Welcome back to the channel. I'm Chuck.
And I'm Alli. And we're Alli Chuck Adventures.
This week we are staying at Skidaway Island State Park near Savannah, Georgia. And I just got to say,
do not stay here.
No, it's terrible. You don't, trust me. Probably won't even want to watch this video, honestly. We're just kidding. We are going to show you guys around Skidaway Island what we think might be possibly the best place to camp and RV while staying in Savannah, Georgia.
And we're also going to look at 3 more house museum tours while we're here.
So if you want to see more, stay tuned.
We had a wonderful time down in downtown Savannah celebrating New Year's, the ringing in of New Year's, I should say, and the fireworks show was spectacular.
Happy New Year's. Today is January 1st and we are heading back down to Savannah. We are heading downtown today. We're going to check out another house museum, and it's going to be the
Juliette Gordon Low Birthplace Museum today. It's a beautiful day here on the 1st of January 2025. We did find out that she is the founder of Girl Scouts. So I thought that would be pretty interesting to find out some history about that.
So the tour of the house cost $30 for the 2 of us. And as we got there, she says, oh, I could put you on the 110 tour. They take you through the house and they kind of explain a lot of the history about Juliette Low, which I did not know.
The only thing we did say that we were a little disappointed with this tour, they didn't really tell you a whole lot about the house itself. It was more about Juliette Low herself.
Yeah. And the house was gorgeous. I mean,
really was.
Some of the woodwork in here, the molding, some of the molding around the doors had, I actually had to point it out to Alli. She didn't even see it. It had like carvings of
faces.
I think they were Native American, but I wasn't sure. It's what I would have liked to have known. I wish they would have explained a little bit more about the house. So this staircase here is absolutely gorgeous, this spiral staircase. And we learned a little interesting story. I should say we should have learned a little interesting story of who slid down the banister here. I think it was the mother-in-law of Juliette Low. Alli thinks it was herself.
Yes, I didn't quite understand that part of the tour, but yeah, it was very interesting that as we were walking down the stairs, I thought to myself, there is no way I could slide down this railing. I would fall and break my neck.
Yeah. And so out in here in the garden area, there's a statue of Juliette Low again, and there's also a set of iron gates that we were told that she made herself.
Yep. And the tour guide was actually telling us how strong that Juliette got to be, that she had one arm that was a lot stronger than the other.
And the bicep would actually rip her shirt.
The shirt.
Yeah. So I say it's definitely worth the tour. I think of the 2 tours that we've done so far at this point, between the Mercer Williams house and the Juliette Low, or the Gordon Low house, I should say, I like the Mercer Williams better. I wish we could have gotten you guys some footage of that, honestly. I would say if you're going to choose between one of these 2 houses, I would definitely do the other. The tour guide was amazing, too. We had a tour guide named Zach. So if you're lucky enough to get Zach on that tour, he's awesome. Spot number 3. This is where...
So why did you choose this spot?
This is where a few years ago when we were here, we were playing snowballs with Nikki, and she was chasing the snowballs and acting like a silly girl. So I thought this was a great memory here, a good place to spread more of them. And it's kind of fitting, it's New Year's Day. This is the start of a new year, so. What a shame. I don't know why people have to do such things. We're here at Madison Square, waiting on our tour to start, learning about some of the history here with the Revolutionary War. That's one thing we like about Savannah, is all these squares. Mm-hmm. You know, each one has so much history, and most of them have monuments, and it's just really awesome.
So beautiful.
I mean, we've been here several times, and no way we've seen all these squares. We're getting ready to check out the Old Sorrel-Weed House. It's supposed to be one of the most haunted here. We'll see. It was featured on Ghost Hunters, Alli was reading. Now we just got to figure out, how do we get in?
All tours start at courtyard entrance.
So that sign is pointing that way, so we just go this way. So we just finished touring the Sorrel-Weed House here near Madison Square in Savannah, Georgia. This is our 3rd house tour on this trip so far. And
he was
amazing.
Amazing.
tour guide. He gave us so much history. It was unreal.
Unreal. And the way he presented the history, easy to understand, very highly recommended tour. The house was amazing, and the history lesson was quite fascinating too.
Yeah.
We started off in what was the carriage house and toured that, and then we ended up going to the downstairs level, which was kind of like a basement. And he was saying that each room had a fireplace. Its walls had been knocked down since, so it was like one more open big room. Went upstairs.
Used to be a doctor's office.
Yeah, one part of it was a doctor's office and kind of like a hospital part. Then the tour concluded upstairs with going in different rooms. There was like a dining room, lots of cool fireplaces here with really fancy marble, hearths.
And huge mirrors leaning against the wall.
Big piano in the one room. It was really cool. Well, we are back down where we were at last night. We just got to figure out where we go to get on a tour here at the Green Meldrim House. Just finished our last house museum tour on this trip. And I hope you guys have enjoyed, going through some of these houses with us. This one was really beautiful.
I would tell you this probably hands down my most favorite as far as what we got to see in the house. It was gorgeous. All the ornate detail was spectacular. I would say the tour, as far as the information we learned, was the Sorrel-Weed House. It was probably...
Which is literally right there. That is the Sorrel-Weed House right there. And we are just leaving the Green Meldrim House, which is literally just on the other corner.
Yeah, diagonal.
So you can basically, if you had time, you could do these two in one day easily.
You really could.
But people here are so friendly at this house. Just really, really enjoyed this tour a lot.
Yeah.
And like Alli said, the architecture in there was just, oh man, unbelievable.
So beautiful.
So we just ate at the Pirate House, and this is one of the things that we wanted to do the last time we were here, but being that it wasn't pet friendly, we didn't do it. So I got to say that we had the specials tonight, which was chicken parm. Very reasonably priced for the specials. I noticed some of their entrees here were quite pricey.
Yeah.
But
the chicken parm was like, what, $18?
$18, and it was...
That was really, really
super good. Food here was excellent. The service was unbelievably fast. I don't know if it's always this fast or what, but he had brought some biscuits out to the table and cornbread.
I went to the bathroom for a second. I came back and the food was there.
I mean, literally, we got that food within 3 minutes or 4 minutes, maybe, of ordering it. Maybe because it was a special, they had it already kind of prepared. I don't know, but...
And the gentleman that was waiting on us was super nice.
Connor. And if Connor, if you ever happen to watch our channel, which I don't know why you would, because you don't even know we have a channel, but if you did, hey, Connor, you were awesome. We're going to go maybe walk a couple of the town squares, see if we can find any ghosts. And
yes, we want to see some ghosts.
But if you are in this area and you're looking for a cool place to eat, this is like supposedly the oldest house in Savannah.
No, the oldest house in Georgia.
Oldest house in Georgia?
That's what it said on the wall.
Wow.
It said the oldest house in Georgia.
Wow. Well, there you go. You got to do yourself a favor if you're in Savannah and come here to the Pirate House, have dinner. The food was amazing. The place looks cool inside. They have a bar, we noticed too. So,
and there's a well that showed some underground tunnels that they think that maybe they were, the pirates were storing some treasure down there.
So that's really cool. Love this history here. History everywhere you turn in Savannah, that's for sure.
We're getting ready to head on over to Skidaway Island State Park.
We love staying at Cracker Barrel when we're camping and we stay there overnight. But today we're just staying here for a couple hours, just killing some time, and decided to grab some lunch. This is a 30-minute travel day.
So we just checked in here at Skidaway Island State Park, and I told Alli, I said, I don't remember this building being like this. So I asked the lady as we were checking in, and I said, is this building new or fairly new? And she said, yeah, they've about 3 years in March. So it was probably 4 years ago we were here, at least 4 years, maybe 5 actually. This is all new. Very nice. Very nice gift shop in there. We'll have to come back and check out.
They have a lot of things that I wanted to buy in there.
No.
Yes.
It's crazy how when you book these state parks, how many times have we been here in Florida in state parks even, and they say that it's full, and I see nothing but empty sites. Even when we called this morning trying to get an early check-in, they were like, oh, it's completely full. Now that's going to be some rough road right there as we go to leave. Oh, somehow 31 looks familiar to me. It might have been a site we stayed in before, honestly. Which is right across from where we're at right now in 21. As you can see, Rigel sitting over there. So it appears to be up this middle aisle. There's a lot of large pull-through sites, including number 30 right here. Here's an empty 28. Look how large this pull-through is. And you could fit 3 motorhomes in there. And I am back to Rigel here, so we will jump in the Bronco next and drive around the campground and take a look at it, because it's a lot to walk right now. There are so many, seems there's so many sections to this campground.
Where are you?
So we're in here, Interpretive Center now, checking out the Interpretive Center here at Skidaway Island State Park. This is all new. Wow, this is pretty cool. They got a giant ground sloth of Skidaway. I thought this was a dinosaur, but this is a giant, look at this. Alli, this is a giant ground sloth.
Wow.
That is crazy. Wonder how slow he moved. So here at the Interpretive Center, they have quite a bit of snakes and different reptiles, I guess native to this area, such as the king snake and the garter snake. So this is the campground brochure and map that they gave us when we were checking in. I see there's a loop trail, it's 1 mile. There's some pioneer camping, there's a connector trail. So there's an observation tower here, which we did not know. We will check that out. There's the big ferry trail, that's 3 miles. Wow, and there's some earthworks. And there's a liquor still. So it looks like there's some pretty cool things to check out in this state park that we have not seen before. It's really close to Wormslow as well, which we did this time again. But you can see the campground loops here. There is 4 camping areas, and we are in camping area 1. When we drove through, this was camping area 2, 4, and 3. So it's a pretty large campground. It looks to me like there is roughly 87 sites in here. So the big ferry trail, it's actually not far from our campsite. I've only walked about a half a mile from the campsite. Walked probably 2/10 of a mile down this first connector trail to the big ferry trail. So I'm gonna hike a little bit of this morning and just see how far it goes and what it looks like. It's absolutely gorgeous out, 40 degrees. Feels great for us who are sick of the heat like we are living down in Florida. Okay, so I've come to a fork in the road here. I can either go the short Big Ferry Trail return loop, or I can go to the Liquor Still and Earthworks loop, which that sounds more interesting to me. So I am going to go right. So this is a shell midden right here, kind of like Shell Mound, back where we like to go in Cedar Key. Only it's I think it's a lot smaller than the mound of Shell Mound in Cedar Key. Just as another little information plaque here, talking about it. You can see it here, a lot of shells. Well, we're going to keep moving on here. The Liquor Still Loop don't know how far this loop is, but do we go left? Do we go right? Liquor still. It says in the early 20th century, remote Skidaway Island became a preferred hideout for moonshiners. During the Prohibition and up into the 60s. Yeah, you can see remnants here. Looks like just 50-gallon barrel drums welded together. Oh, there's more back in there too. Interesting. Pretty cool. Oh, and there's more up here. Just left out here to rust away. I like this trail so far. It's been pretty easy other than tripping on a few tree roots. Pretty flat. Well, I didn't plan on this, but I've actually hit the observation tower. Thought I was going to save this part of the hike for Alli, but since I'm here, I'm going to check it out. Let's go. Okay, so I'm on the return loop of the Big Ferry Trail here. I thought, looking at all trails, that this was going to be a road, but it's just a straight trail. This is by far the prettiest of this trail I've seen so far. From the observation tower back there to here has been absolutely gorgeous. All right, so this is where I came in. I came in straight ahead and I turned and I went that way. So when I come back with Alli, I'm definitely going to just stay straight on this trail and head straight down to the observation tower. The rest of the trail is just, hiking and meandering through the woods, which is gorgeous. But this part of the trail had some swamp on either side. Probably about 2/10 of a mile back that way is the observation tower. So that'll be a short hike. I would guess probably no more than half a mile, 4/10 of a mile maybe, from the road up here where we can park. So my plan is to go back and try to talk Alli into coming back and hiking this trail, and we'll go out to the big observation tower and climb it this time. I am definitely glad that we are exploring some of Skidaway Island State Park this time, because as it turns out, we were here the same amount of time the last time we were here, back in 2018. We didn't explore any of this. We missed out. So if you're going to be staying here, do yourself a favor. Don't miss out.
So Chuck came back to get me in the RV this morning while I was doing schoolwork, and he told me that I had to check out this big trail called the Big Ferry Trail, and he said it was absolutely beautiful. So here we are, back on the trail, and he's taking me to the observation tower.
Like I was telling you guys, if you're going to be here at Skidaway Island State Park, make sure you allow a little bit of time to at least hike this portion of the trail, if nothing else, because it is really pretty through here. Swampy, yes, on either side of the trail, but it is, as long as there's no gators that want to jump out at us and attack us, it's really beautiful. So, was I lying when I said this is a pretty trail?
Absolutely beautiful. Oh my gosh.
And we got lucky enough just to see a sailboat out there, although he's motoring along, doesn't have his sails up. Still, such a beautiful place.
Very peaceful.
Wow, this observation tower here at Skidaway Island State Park is amazing. The views, it's pretty much a 180-degree panoramic view of the river here and kind of the marshlands.
And the reason why we said we didn't want anybody to come here is because it is so hard to get into this campground. It's packed.
In all seriousness, Skidaway Island State Park, I wish we could have had our whole RV stay here on this trip. I mean, we did enjoy Creek Fire, but if you've been following our channel at all, if you guys have seen previous videos, we love state parks. We love our Florida state parks and we love our Georgia state parks, and this is a great state park. Now, the roads in here around the campground could use a little repair, but other than that, the campsites are nice big campsites, and just the nature here is pretty awesome. So would you say that Skidaway Island State Park is the best campground to be staying at near Savannah?
Hands down, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we love our state parks. And if you're like us and you love your state parks, you have to stay here at Skidaway Island State Park.
Yep. If you're planning on visiting downtown Savannah, I think it's the only option if you can get in.
What I love about this area is you can get out and enjoy the nature like this, and see the swampiness of it all, and
then go downtown.
And then go downtown and be in the city.
And do the touristy things.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have perfect combination.
Yep. She's checking out the liquor still here. And in reading that placard there a little bit more, so you can see in the liquor still barrels. So right there and there, I guess they hit it with an axe. I guess trying to destroy the evidence, maybe? I don't know. Doesn't say why there was an axe.
And right here you can see.
Yeah. And there's you can see right here remnants of an axe or some sort of tool.
Don't want to touch that.
Interesting. That's tetanus in a bottle right there. So this is some of the earthworks here. Reading the sign here and information.
You could see.
You could see how they would be.
Earthworks behind the men here.
Yeah.
And it would go down and then go up.
Yep. So they'd have their cannons, their mortar cannons set up behind there and firing out this away because the water is right there. Gonna assume that a lot of these trees weren't here at that time. And firing on ships that would be coming up that river there. Yeah, they actually have a bridge built over the earthworks here. They don't want you walking on these, of course. This is history. So we really do feel that this is one of the best places to RV and camp near Savannah, Georgia. We have stayed at Fort McAllister. Love that one too. It's a little further away. And obviously we've stayed at Red Gate Campground. We like that one too. But we do think that this is our favorite and pretty sure you're going to like it too. Once again, if you are new here,
Be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell.
and drop us a comment before you leave and let us know if you've stayed here as well and if you like it as much as we do, because we feel this is definitely the best state park near Savannah, Georgia, for sure. All right, guys, we will see you in the next video.
Bye, guys.
Bye.